Hello.
It's Belinda and Lee from Chateau Marais. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny spring day, and we are sitting outside of our cottage, which is newly decorated, which we'll show in a moment, won't we?
Yep.
And so, for those of you who saw our most recent vlog, which was cooking up some vegetarian grub in the chateau kitchen, we did talk about our next film showing us walking down to the river, which we've got a private entrance, haven't we? Gate walk, river walk at the back of the chateau, and we wanted to do that. However,
we had a bit of excitement yesterday.
What was that?
The sheep from our field invaded our garden. They come up from the river, through the gate and up into the garden, and we had to call the farmer who came and herded his sheep up.
And we should have filmed it, really. If we'd have thought about it, we would have filmed it. It was too late and they'd gone by then. That was a wonderful scene, having a flock of sheep eating the long grass in your back garden. That was very picturesque.
Safe cutting the grass. However,
anyway,
it was very messy.
The reason that we decided not to go down to the river today is actually, it's a bit sad really, because Misty, who lots of you will know, our lovely doggy, has not been very well. And in fact, we're waiting for the results of a blood test right now. We know that she's got some blood sugar problems, and in fact the vet has prescribed insulin, which she is receiving twice a day. That's Kalinu over there, which is our neighbour's cat.
Our neighbour's cat has decided to adopt us as well.
Spraying, because he wants to make this his territory as well. Anyway, so we're going to bring her out in a minute, but the really sad thing is that she appears to have lost her eyesight. We think she can see a little bit, but not very much.
It's really sad.
We are sad.
She just runs around and bumps into things. She's
getting better. It's been a week or so now since she's lost her sight, and she's beginning to get used to her environment. But we're just trying to keep things routine and very regular for her, aren't we?
And not move anything around, so she gets to learn where things are.
But she's eating, she's drinking, she's going for walks, and she's barking at strange cats that come into the house, even though she can't see them very well. So she's doing everything she normally does, actually. Her eyesight seems to be a problem.
Bit sad.
So here she is, little Misty dog. So she still enjoys cuddles and sitting on my knee, doesn't she? We did feel though that to go for a walk with her down by the river, which we've not done for a while actually, because it's been quite it still is quite impassable down there. Sort of bramble clearance needed. We just thought it was a step too far, and she would feel a bit literally out of her depth and wouldn't be quite sure where she was. So we've decided against that. So instead, what we're going to be doing today is something we really need to be getting on with, and that is sorting out our spring planting, specifically tomatoes. Do you remember what happened last year?
We grew so many tomatoes that we're still eating them now, actually, because you froze a lot in, didn't you?
For the first time, we tried the slicing up tomato method and just planting slices of tomato under a very small amount of soil. And I think we planted about 120 plants from 2 tomatoes last year, and had the most fantastic crop of healthy tomatoes. And what we've done this year is that similarly, but we've been really a little more experimental, and we bought a pack of those multicoloured tomatoes you can get, the green and yellow and black and the plum tomatoes, and we're going to try and grow those different varieties.
They've started to shoot in the greenhouse, and now we're going to prick them out and plant them individually.
Right, we're going to go up to the greenhouse, see how things are doing up there. I don't want to trip over the dog. Hold on a minute, Misty. There we are. Okay. Sun's gone in a bit. Here we are. These are doing well, Lee. The courgettes, aren't they?
Yes.
I think they're ready.
And the squashes.
Well, I think some of these are ready to go out.
We could plant them out.
These courgettes and squash, look. I mean, something like that. Something like that is definitely ready to go out, isn't it?
Definitely.
Into the garden. I think these are the squash.
They are squash. Yeah.
And we've got quite a few varieties growing there, and
Oh.
these are the courgettes.
No, they're marrows.
Oh, same difference, really, aren't they? Then?
And these are the tomatoes. Down here, look at that.
So you can see how crowded together they are. But these are all different varieties, Lee. These are green ones, tomatoes. These are much more slow growing than the rest. Look. These are very big red tomatoes.
That's my labelling.
Expert horticultural terminology. And these are black tomatoes. Then we've got,
or it could be potatoes then.
Green ones. We've got yellow. I think these are yellow ones. I'm not sure what they are.
Oh, and you know what? You just need to know this year we've emptied the pool out, so I can actually show you. Have a look at the pool.
Misty's decided to try and follow us up to the pool. She's struggling a little bit. Look, bless her heart, but she's making it. Honestly, right. Let's look at Lee. So, talk to us about your pool, Lee.
I don't want Misty coming up near here.
Okay.
No, Mist. She normally used to play football by the pool, or mouth ball as we called it. She used to chase a ball around the pool.
Oh.
And I don't want her to come in here because we've emptied the pool out.
She's quite an elderly dog now, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she's an old lady.
Old lady dog.
And needs to be looked after properly.
Right, Lee, that looks a mess.
It is a mess.
Tell us what's going on.
Right, I've drained all the water out of the pool. All this greenery is coming out. I've been jet washing it. You can see all the sides are now nice and clean. The base is clean. I'm waiting for the sun because that's going to dry the water out. We've had a bit of rain recently, so when the sun dries out, evaporates the water, then I can scrape the rest of it out, clean it, jet wash it, and refill the pool.
It's amazing. You know, it's such a huge. When you look at it without water,
It's
I mean, it's
space.
enormous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually 12 by 6, and what's the depth?
1.4.
4. So we made it, didn't we? We designed it specifically for easy. There's Lee's face. Oh. I was looking at the pool.
I'm just thinking, like, I'll go down.
Easy swimming. Oh, you're going to get in and have a swim.
No, I'm not going to swim in it, but you can see, in terms of a human being in it,
Yeah,
the scale of it is.
It really is a big space,
It's a big pool.
we love it.
But I need to get all this stuff out, this crud.
I think it's true to say that spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung.
Here at Chateau Marais, and
The grass is riz. I wonder where the birdies
the
is.
birdies. I don't think you'd think it from this, but this is the fig, which is one of the later to bud. But there are some little buds. Can you see right at the end? But look at the grapevine. There's two, aren't there here, Lee? They're two different
varieties of grapes.
And
They're starting to come into
going
bloom.
extremely well as usual. And if you pan across the garden, I think you can see how everything is beginning to look green and lovely.
We've got to make sure Misty doesn't come up to the pool area.
About to avail itself of its public toilet.
Ah, yes. And the cat has found its own toilet space, but you can see the potager is starting to come together.
Come on, Misty.
Let's just go down to the other end of the.
Your new beds, these lovely
Yeah, I know.
raised beds you made.
Yeah, I've just got to do a bit more weeding and before we can plant that one out. That's going to be for the tomatoes.
Everything is going very nicely. These could do with a bit of what's the word for it when you snip branches off?
Pruning.
Pruning. White currants. I can't think of English words anymore.
That's the trouble when you've been in France for a while. You lose your English. Your French isn't always there, and your English gets lost.
Black currants.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Lovely rhubarb.
Which lots of you again will remember from last year.
These are going to be.
What's this, Lee?
This is peas on this side. The other
Okay.
side is weeds.
Weeds.
Your side's weeds. This
That
side is
side's
peas.
And then moving further down, I'm just going to go behind Lee now. We've got in here. What are these? Red onions.
They're onions. Yeah, red onions.
Turnips.
Summer turnips.
broad beans,
raspberries,
radishes and shallots. And there's herb garden there.
There's the herb garden.
Noisy cat from next door. There. And there's a few little strawberries just
There's some strawberries over the back there. Let's just go round, and we've got garlic, onions in this cloche.
More currants, lots of currants. Bronze fennel. And the little strawberry patch there. So I'm going to split these up, Lee. They're growing far too close together.
Yeah, they need
carry on much longer like that. So I need to split them
separating
up.
out.
So I'm going to use these little pots.
Yeah.
And stand them in this tray, and then we can use that as a water
it's a good idea.
Can't we? To keep them watered. Do you want to get some soil in some of these? And then
I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start doing that.
We went for a lovely walk this morning, didn't we? We went on our normal walk with Misty actually, and had forgotten to take the camera, which was sad because Lee had to do the walk again because it was so lovely with all the lovely spring flowers and the sheep in the fields. We decided that some of you might like to see those images as well, so we're going to be showing some of that. I don't consider myself to be much of a gardener actually, but I did do this last year with a degree of success. And the trick is just to be really, really careful because obviously they're very delicate and they're very small. And I'm just going to take some of these out and split them up basically and put one in each pot. I think that's the general idea.
Whenever
that's what we did last year.
Delicate, I'm the last person.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
I'm not allowed to touch it normally.
There we are, look. And you can see the slice of tomato there, Lee, look.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just going to
Put a finger in
pop
there.
that in there like that. You can do that. You can do the
I'll do the
finger popping
finger
bits.
popping. What do you take one
And
at a time?
look,
then?
one new little tomato plant, soon to be. Well, it is one. It's just very small.
Just
So we'll see you when we've done all of these. So
Yeah, there's quite a lot to
Dave,
do.
who helps us with the garden, has warned me, and he's told me that I'm only allowed 30 tomato plants in total this year, and I've got to choose them as if they were my favourite children, basically.
How can you choose
And
your favourite?
I can't
Dave,
do
if
it.
you're watching this,
No, well,
it's impossible.
Yeah, I can't do it,
And
mate.
by the way,
Sorry.
Dave did the decorating of our
Oh yeah,
front.
looks nice, doesn't it?
and so we're very grateful to him.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dave.
We'll see you when we've done.
We'll do a few more because this could be very boring filming.
Well, that didn't get rid of many, Lee. Look, there's still that many in the pot. So literally, just that small clump at the side, that got rid of. There's a tomato skin, just to prove these really are just grown from slices of tomatoes. And how many have we planted? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's 20. I reckon there's
We've
another
got 6 pots of those.
30 in there, and we've got.
6 pots.
Do you know how many we've got then? We've probably got 300 tomato plants.
Yeah, we're going into tomato.
So this time
production.
next year, we could have a different business, couldn't we?
I think
Canned tomatoes,
We would be known as Chateau Tomate.
pasta sauce makers, what else? Tomato soup.
1,001 things to do with a tomato.
More later on that subject. So Lee bought these lovely pink geraniums the other day. Lee, I think they're going to look lovely, don't you, against this new pale grey paintwork.
Yep.
Really elegant. Geraniums are so French, aren't they? They're just so typically French in window boxes outside French houses. But I'm not very crazily fond of the red ones, which seem to be prolific here. So I'm really glad you found the pink ones, Lee, and they're beautiful. Thank you. Look at that beautiful wisteria up there, just by the ye oldie chateau doorbell.
Doorbell.
That wisteria doesn't seem to grow very much, does it? But it's very elegant and very fitting, I think, for a building of this age. Sounds a bit like the clothes you wear. Anyway, so just before we go, thank you ever so much for watching us as always. But we hope we've got better news about Misty next time. We are waiting for a blood test. The vet's not quite sure what it is. He thinks it might be something to do with her liver, which may not be a very good thing actually, but let's hope for good news. We've had Misty for 10 years?
12 years.
12?
She's 14. Nearly
Yeah,
15.
well, we're not sure,
Yeah.
because she was a rescue dog, and we actually got her from Battersea,
Battersea
Dogs and Cats
Home
Home,
in Kent.
because they've got, obviously it's London, Battersea, but they do have an outpost in Kent, and we've had her for a long, long time, and we hope we have her for a lot longer. So, thank you for watching us. The sun's coming out, and I'm going to get back to doing a bit of planting.
I think it's that time of day
What time of day?
when the sun's over the yard line. It's come out. It's a very nice evening.
I haven't got a clue what he's talking about, everybody, but we will see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.
Thanks
Thanks
you.
for subscribing and liking us.
Bye bye.
Love you loads. Bye bye.